Hey guys, welcome, and I'm here in front of you to answer the activities regards with the chapter 11. So, chapter 11 is a continuation about the configuration and adding other security system and for secure and more efficient delivering of data. So, we have the first activity here, the security threats and the vulnerabilities. So let's start with the information theft or information theft. And one for most are classified as information theft. This is the stealing a company's user database, from the word thief, or the steal thief or stealing. Stealing a company user's database is signifies as information theft because of the information came from the database is prohibited with such employee or such people, and it should be uh, done only by the superiors or the bosses of a company. And then still, scientific research reports also information theft is the stealing and the reports, because also upon information theft having copyright with this scientific research reports coming from the real reporters or the first hand the data collected. So all information should be prohibited also from other peoples and can be given anyone. Then for the identity, we have making illegal online purchases. It is considered as identity theft because using identity of others, such making purchase with not only online or but also in physical purchasing. They use the records or the names, etc., or the bank accounts or the credit cards of the named person or the subject person, and they use their identity to manage or to manipulate the bank accounts in order to use the money and purchase what they want. And also impersonating someone to obtain credit, as I said, using the other's identity is classified as identity theft. To have then the data loss manipulation, we have here the altering data records. And from our data loss manipulation, it is considered the altering of data as manipulation or some data loss or losses, because if someone or if a record alters or there's an attachment that have removed, it could be manipulated by others and can be sadly copied, or could be, as we said, or sabotage. Data may be sabotage and can be used from dirty side or in a can be a black manipulation. And the second one, we have descending a virus to reformat a hard drive. It is also a data manipulation because of the word itself reformat. By sending a virus through our cables or drives or the pen drives. So it can be self reformat or it can be reformatted if it has a command that if you click something will auto reformat your PC. It can be or could be result in data loss. So let's jump to the disruption of service. We have here the preventing legal users from accessing data services. So it is somehow related with the identity theft because it is about the illegal users from accessing their own data services or their own data. So it could be part of identity theft, but it's classified as disruption of service because it gives or it makes the users having trouble or hassle with their account accessing. Last one, you have the overloading network to keep users out. So some attackers they tend to overload a network to keep users out or to keep the real or the servers down so they can easily manipulate, get some information or delete some information with the database or the company. So all of these four are somehow related and can be connected by such persons with wanting or having some uh, minimal and black tax for the person or the company. So let's jump with the chapter 2. Okay, let's jump with the activity 2. So for our second part of our activity with the chapter 11, we have the types of attacks. So at this point, we have to discuss the types of attacks. We have different types of attacks here. So let's start with a computer is used or they have given scenario they here, so we have to analyze it. A computer is used as print server for the IT staff failed to apply security updates to the computer for over 60 days. uh, Now the print service is slowly sending a high amount of malicious packet to leak. So I think it's a worm or the attack type worm could be transmitted through the NIC or the flash drives easily. Uh, there are types of worms. Can be bypass your some worms can bypass your antivirus, but most of the worms are not. So for you to keep safe, aside from encapsulating your data, you need to install uh, antiviruses at your PC, computers, or laptops to make more security. And next are shield return knocking. Notice some shield packets with such security logs generated by the firewall. A handful of addresses on the internet were spooling information packets to specially different IP address. It could be reconnaissance. Uh, reconnaissance classified as somehow related with have you encountered some system malfunction or the data malfunction, just like having double copy of a data. It's a kind of reconnaissance. And then let's go to the next figure 2. So Jeremiah was browsing the internet from his personal computer when a random website offered a three-program clean system. After downloading and running the scribble, the operating system crashed. So at this point, at this moment, uh, here are example of experiencing malware on your computers, just like seeing ads pop up with your personal computer saying that you need to boost your computer because it is running slow because of some malwares. And as you didn't know that the that pop up you that repeated you download it is the malware itself. So if you are not aware, you're going to download it and can cause the shutdown or down of your personal computer. So it is classified attack type as virus. Then flash drive laying on the pavement of a mall parking for. She asked around but couldn't find the owner. She decided to keep it and plugged it to her laptop, only to find a photos folder feeling curious. Ariana's phone opened few photos before in the flash drive for her own use. Afterwards, Ariana that her laptop's camera was active. So it's the Trojan horse. Trojan horse does this kind of attack could use the features of your personal computers or laptops without uh, having your permission or asking your permission, because the one who make the attack uh, has its own program to manipulate your own personal computer even though he is not around, or as we say, let's just say that the attacker is coming from far far from you, and he can or she can manipulate your data. Now imagine how dangerous that kind of attacks. So the third figure, Angela, an IT staff member at Acme Incorporated, noticed that communication with the company web server were slow. After investigating, she determines that the cause of the slow response is due to a computer internet sending a very large number of malformed web requests to Acme web server. So it's an access attack type access. Is most popular with the companies with the bigger or biggest loads of data. Is used to commonly used to track or to block data from sending or making slow the server of a certain company in order to delay the transaction, and can be part of, maybe it could lead for data loss or data manipulation. Then the last question, George needed to share a video with a coworker. Because of the size video that he decided to simple FTP server workstation to serve the video with a coworker. So wasn't surprised to learn that Monday that George's workstation had been compromised and be learning upload related documents to the internet. So lastly, it is the denial of service or the DOS. This one of the common attacks happens because of I think it is for jealousy, and if sometimes someone jealous of you, they were going to manipulate your data or making some uh, or will make some attacks to destroy your works in order to you to not use it and go to reset and avoid passing it on time. So it is on popular also popular at the company premises. So that's just that's correct. Okay, let's continue with our third activity. So at this activity we have the show commands or the different commands in order to maintain the cleanliness and worthiness of your workstation upon your field and with a Cisco certificate. If you are a Cisco system certified as well, then first you suspect there is a problem with the current switch configuration. You want to see the save configuration so that you can come back to its what's current are running. So it's the it's known we all show as known as the show startup config. Show startup config or command to show the recent configuration or the recent startup configuration with the system. So we at this strategy you're going to know where when the wrong configuration happens and how to give solution with it. And next you are on a call with the Cisco technical assistance personnel. They ask you for the switch name, RAM and VRAM and flash available. They also ask for the hexadecimal boot location, and this is classified as the show version. You will see the different version types and the RAM and VRAM and the location and its configuration if it's right or correct, and you can easily a source you can deliver the message data or message to destination. Third, you are running the EIGRP or egrep routing protocol and need to be known the update intervals and what active interface or network are being advertised by your router. It is known as show IP config or the show IP route. Show IP route and but this command the IP route will show or display at the screen and you will see the routes different routes of different IP from time to time. Then next you can get to the internet, need to find out if your router has a path to the internet and switch protocols are being used to provide the path. So it is show IP protocol. This command by showing IP and you're the one responsible with the commands or the configuration that will be used in order to run the configuration smooth and properly. And your network automation really needs to be updated. A quick listing to be readiness of your router solution. Their MAC addresses would help. Finish the task for recording purposes. So it is show ARP. Then a switch is the closest intermediate device to you. It has 24 ports. You want to see simple list of the parts being used, their status, and the billion IP addresses of the switch. So it is the IP. Show IP in brief. So finish the third activity. So we're going to find the fourth activity. So I think it is our last activity, the order, the troubleshooting steps. And while in your field, you need to be quiet wise with your thinking to avoid hassle and to avoid mistakes, because it can lead you to be blacklisted with the truck or with the profession you have. And if you are the one blacklisted, you are not able to you're not able to be accepted with other companies because of your damage given damage. So let's start. We need to look at the first last troubleshoot steps. First, you need to identify the problem, and then upon identifying the problem, you need to establish the theory of probable causes. And if you see the problem, you know the problem, and knowing the problem, you need to create concepts on how to or on how you have to make solution with the problem. And third, your solution should be test the theory to determine cause. It could be test in order to know if it is reliable, uh, and if it is usable or accessible. And fourth one is to establish a plan of action to resolve the problem and implement the solution. So upon knowing the problem and establishing theory and testing the theory you know or establish, and part one is to action, solve the problem, and implement the solution. You need to implement the solution you generate in order to know if it is helpful or it is not. Fifth one, verify full system functionality and implement preventive measures. So at this part, you have the solution, and try the system if it's all running condition, and if it's all good, uh, could be used again. If it's right, you need to give a preventive measures in order to fix it before the deadline. Then lastly, the document findings, action, and outcomes. So every problem, you should have documentation about the fact findings and the actions, also the outcomes you've done, in order to be monitored or monitorized by the H and the company. Security system should be monitorized in order to avoid data manipulation or data loss that will give consumer big problem. So that's all. Thank you. Hope you like this video. Subscribe.